Spain.
For the Europeans?
Yes, it's a little bit difficult. It's not realistic. We must find a way how to live now, how to make the justice, between, because the problem is that we have, it's between the Israeli justice and the Palestinian justice. And no doubt, that the conflict is between one justice to the second justice. It's not that one side is right and the other side is terribly wrong. We must find a way now between the two sides, and to find a new way to live. We cannot rewrite the tragic chapters of the history, as you know, as I know, and the whole world knows. But we can build, a clean, blank, slide future if we try to build it, and that's what we need to do. Not to build a new world on the ruins and on blood and on bloodshed and on injustice. We opened, just with the peace conference here, we want to talk about Native American, but we opened, with a peace conference here in Annapolis, because we have a mission. And as my brother Jay said, this is a peace program. It's not a regular peace. It's not a regular radio show. The music is different. The guests here are different, and the atmosphere is different. And we want to bring peace to the world. And if we know that here, 1 mile from us, people are sitting, and discussing about peace, we want to strengthen them. We don't want to get into this conflict, who is right and who is wrong. We want to strengthen them. We want a result from this conference. We want a good result from Annapolis. We want a new peace, a new era coming from Annapolis to the Middle East and to the whole world.
And the other thing too, Shifty, we need to consider is that both are wrong, both are right.
The Indian way is not to judge.
Mm-hmm.
It's to support. It's to pray.
Do we have another caller? Thank you so much for calling, Smith. Hello. Excuse me, sir, I can't hear you. Can you call right back? I hear it's like a hum. I don't hear you. Can you call right back and we put you on? Okay. Have a call back. Do we have another call now? It's a very interesting question that he asked. Going back into history. Shucky, there are really very few pure blood anything anymore.
What means pure blood?
Yeah, they talk about full blood.
Under our skin.
But full blood is what human anyway?
I don't know, because, under our skin we are one. We are the same. We have the same heart, we have the same blood, we have the same... We can donate parts, one another. We have the same spare parts. We have different colors of our skins, but we are all the same. So it means, do you know the origin of the Jews? Perhaps it's not from Israel. Perhaps it's from South Africa, from Liberia, from the Lemba nation, the Lemba tribe. We have the priests, the Jewish priests, the Kohanim, now with genetics, you can check it, and they have the same name, for 2,000 or 3,500 years. So they checked, and if you have 12 tribes, it means that you're supposed to have 8% of the Jewish population, with the same gene, the priesthood gene, from the Levi tribe. So you have it in Israel, you have about 8%. You have in Italy, around Rome, also something about 7-8%, because priests from Jerusalem, after the destruction of the Second Temple, they took them to Europe. You have, in the world about 4 or 5%, even Indian, Native American with the same gene, but in the Lemba tribe. But black people in Liberia, but they carry 50%.
But what should be? I know some Hebrew Israelites right here in Washington, D.C., They're as dark as Africa.
Exactly.
And they live in Jerusalem.
So what means?
Yes, so
Please prove that, you know.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I know. Of course I know.
The standards that man has created.
Of course I know.
Okay. With us American Indian people. You gotta have a blood quantum thing. You know, you do that to animals, you make pedigree animals, but you don't make pedigree people.
Exactly. Exactly.
We got another caller. Yes, hello. Did he call back?
Yeah, I'm Nightwolf. Somebody call back.
How you doing, brother? Who is this?
Okay, not bad. Listen, I'm not calling in as the Green Party. I'm only calling as myself. So
Okay.
I want to make that perfectly clear.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem.
This is simply me. Now, I guess the real earmark of whether or not this meeting will be of justice or not is whether or not it will be a right of return for the Palestinian people who were gone from that area since 1947, because that's been a real sticking point. Because, as you know, well, not as you know, the statistics are such that the Palestinian people have a lot higher reproduction rate, i.e., sometime in the future, in a democracy, the majority of Israel will be, quote, Palestinian. So that's the real key right there, whether or not there'll be a right of return.
Yeah, you're right. But you know what? Can I tell you something?
I'm listening.
The Jews and the Arabs are first cousins.
Some of them, not all of them.
Not all of them. I understand. I know the European influence.
Versus the
I understand that, and I understand the European influence here in America with American Indians too, and I understand the European influence in Africa with black people. I understand all of that, but getting beyond the European thing, the Jews and the Arab people historically were the same people, Semites.
Absolutely.
Am I right?
Coming back during the Inquisition,
Coming from the same, coming from the same father, same from a common father, you know. But you know, we prefer not to talk politics because this is not, you know. I'll tell you, you are laughing, but we have the conference here. We don't represent not the Israelis or the Palestinians, you know. We may pray for peace here, Jay, my brother, and myself, you know, we represent our tribes. So don't start with me, because otherwise you will find yourself going back to Europe, my brother. You know, this is not your land. This is a stolen land, you know, my brother. This is a stolen land. We have Afro-American brothers came here as slaves. We have your Native American brothers, the owners of this land. What are you doing here, brother?
I was kidnapped here.
You want the dangerous green and red your program, my brother? So I'll meet you in the Gibraltar Strait, my brother. You know, on the way back to Spain or England.
No, I'm an African-American.
He's African-American.
Are you an African-American? Okay.
And I also have Indian ancestors, too, like a lot of
So let's think together, you know, this land is your land, this land is my land.
Yeah. Okay, look, before we go to break, Smith, thanks a lot for calling, man. Before we go to break, I forgot my thought.
I can check it.
Listen, we got to go to a music break and then come back, and I want to put Don Wolf on along with you, Shaki, and I want to also put Edmonds on along with you. Okay. So this is WPFW 89.3 FM. The truth about what really happened to the American Indian and everybody else. Nightwolf, the most dangerous show on radio. We'll be back after this music. Telephone number